And hello and welcome back to another episode on Project Assemble with myself, Dwayne from Marvel Mad, and co-host Nate from Flip Media. How you doing, my friend?
Doing well. I'm very excited to get into this because it's a big topic. It definitely impacts all of us. Yeah, I'm curious to see
Definitely.
where this is going to go.
So from recent memory, it's what sparks this debate off. So yes, we're gonna on this in this episode, we're gonna talk about just like leaks in general that have been brought out before, and like false news that has come out recently, and people denying it straight away, sort of thing. So yeah, we've got a wide topic of variety to chat about in this episode, and that lot.
Yep.
So I'll jump in it straight in with my first question for you now, lot.
All right.
And are spoilers that have been released before a film or movie come out in the MCU ruining it for you, or does it build up the hype for the movie, series, whatever project it is?
I think it kind of depends on the project. Like,
Okay.
there are certainly some things that could be really major that week. Like, for example, I think it was our last episode where we talked about the leaks for the concept art. Um, and there was a mention of Avengers Endgame concept art that leaked. That was something that when seeing that I was like, "Oh, that's really cool," but at the same time I'm like, "Oh, I would have loved to see that for the first time in the movie." Um, and then we also mentioned Spider-Man No Way Home, how there were so many on-set photos that yes, do build hype, but at the same time you're like, God, I would have really loved to see that in the movie the first
Exactly.
time around. Like, especially I don't know if it was Willem Dafoe's stuntman or like a production
Oh yeah,
assistant
yeah.
that took a photo of his like hooded Green Goblin outfit at the end of the movie and put that online before. I want to say it was around when the second trailer came out. It was
It
like
was a few. Well, was it a few months?
it wasn't long before the movie came out.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing that and I was like, oh, they're doing the purple hood. Okay, this is going to be cool. But it's like that would have been a crowd, crowd pleasing moment, but also like a crowd erupting moment. Like people would have
Oh yeah.
gone crazy for that in the theater if that would not have been spoiled earlier. And you have to assume not everyone would have seen those
Yeah.
leaks. And there are people that will still see it fresh.
Yeah.
But for people like me and you, we see these online, and it kind of takes a little bit of the magic away when we finally see them in the theater.
Yeah. Massive. Like I said, I gotta agree with you there. Most of it is like depending on what sort of film or series it is or anything like that. Like when you see the like images for What If, it doesn't really spoil it for them. It sort of like hypes it up and it's like, oh, okay, that's cool seeing that
Yeah,
sort of
I
stuff.
honestly don't care
But
about those ones.
I love my What If. I'm quite happy with What If. I like any sort of concept art I see any of them sort of series. I'm game with. But yeah, films and like, especially the live action TV series, you see
Yeah,
stuff leaked for that, and like I said, we've got the I think we brought out last year when we did the Daredevil one, like that sort of stuff. When that leaks, and you see it now, it's like it'd have been nice just to see that like dead on straight away sort of thing.
yeah,
It sort of dampens not dampens your expectations, but dampens the excitement and joy you're going to get from the TV series or film or anything like that. And it just, for me, sometimes really wound me up. It's just like I'd have loved to have seen it fresh and like there and then sort of thing. Like I think we've spoke about other like spoilers and stuff like we've seen before, and I've not noticed them. I've not seen anything at all, sort of thing. So even though I am in the weeds and stuff of it all, I'm not. I don't know. Sometimes I do miss out on little bits now, which in some ways I enjoy because I can see that without fresh eyes, and in other ways I'm like, well, I'd like to have seen that, but
yeah,
still would have knackered me up, sort of thing.
yeah. Just two things before you move on. So you mentioned live action series. Immediately came to mind is the concept art of Moon Knight's suit that leaked because we had no idea what that was gonna look like, and it's like all the mummy like wrap all around it. It looked so cool, and that was leaked as well. And I want to say the scene when he's in the bathroom and he turns around.
Oh,
There was a
with
screenshot of that leaked too
yeah, I know
in
what
the
you mean
first
now.
episode when he
Yeah,
turns around and he's got the glowing eyes. That was leaked too, and that was like a long time before the show
Yeah.
came out too. The next thing you mentioned, the Daredevil episode that we did. A lot of that was like they're filming out in the open, so it's kind of hard for people not to
Yeah.
post it online. And if they're just rehearsing and like a fight scene like they were with the Bullseye and Daredevil fight in the street, I mean, it's cool that they're doing that, and it would have been nice to see it first in the show, but
Yeah.
it kind of gives us something to look forward to. For something
Yeah.
like the White Tiger thing, that
Yeah.
was
That's
like
the
someone
one.
sniping it. Like that wasn't someone standing in the street right next to them
No.
filming it. They were filming that from like a building far away. So it's little things like that where it's like the difference between like filming something on your phone where it's happening right in front of you
Mm.
as opposed to like sniping it from like a block away from you. It's
Yeah.
like it's it kind of ruins it, but it's also
Mm.
like we said, it builds the suspense on what's
Yeah.
actually happening.
Yeah, that's true now, though. So, how much responsibility do you think fans have in avoiding spoilers versus creators trying to prevent the leaks?
I mean, the fans, like, I don't purposely look for spoilers.
Same.
It's
Exactly the
not
same.
like I don't know why you would. Like, it's just
No,
ruining the
no.
experience for you. But that doesn't stop people from that happen to be on set or purposely go out there to leak stuff
Mm.
and be assholes for the internet.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, pretty much.
it's hard to avoid when something catches on and everyone is reposting it and like
Yeah.
it just has a ripple effect across the internet. Like I know I follow a few like Marvel update profiles or whatever. Not anything legit or anything. And I know there are a ton of them out there that just spew out bullshit, and I
Oh, we'll
don't
get to
follow
them.
those
Don't
ones.
worry about them. We'll get to them.
Because they are like unhinged and so stupid. But the ones I do follow that have been reliable in putting out news, they also do end up occasionally putting out like set photos and videos and stuff like that. So there are times where I do have some things spoiled. But I think if you're a fan that's worried about spoilers, just don't go on the internet. Like, I purposely, when an episode of Daredevil drops, I don't go on the internet until I see it. I do the same for the movies. Like, that's why I need to see the movies as soon as possible. So I can, it's not like I need to go on to see what everyone's saying about it. I just like to see what the general consensus is
Yeah.
for the movie or whatever it is. But I I want to say around Infinity War or Endgame, I learned the lesson of choosing to go on the internet when the movie was out and seeing things they didn't want to see. So now I've learned from that, and now I'm not going
Yeah.
on anything until I've seen it, and then I get to see what the general consensus is online.
Again, I totally agree with all that. To be honest,
Yeah.
I like that. Like I learned, probably was around that sort of time as well. And I like that you can like mute words on Twitter and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That you don't want to see and stuff.
That helps to a certain point, but
Yeah.
there are ways around that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that see from then on, that's helped me, like you say, to a point. But there's always the one random account or one stupid sort of thing
Yeah.
that always like. I don't know, just manages to sneak through sort of thing when you don't really want it, and it's just really annoying. But like you said, like any Daredevil one or like any sort of TV series or film, I need to see it there and then because I'll try and avoid everything from it.
Yeah.
Because for that sort of stuff, I don't want it to be spoiled. Like, I wanted to try and see it fresh eyes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The one caveat I will say is anything from Sony. You can spoil it some right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll gladly get all that lot spoiled that lot.
Yeah.
MCU wise, not a chance. I want to see it straight on that lot. So.
Yeah. And in terms of the studio, it's not on them for it leaking. Like,
Yeah.
they're trying their best to, I guess, film in real places to make it look real. Like, they don't want to film everything on a soundstage. It's just going to look really fake and really bad. It's the audience. Like, the fans are so hungry for information.
Yeah.
And I know we're both guilty of wanting to know things.
Yeah.
It's just when they're trying their best to keep the magic for the theater, and then the people go out there purposely to kind of spoil things, it's like there's nothing they can do about it. It's
Yeah.
like, I know we kind of touched on this with the concept art leaks for Doomsday and Secret Wars, which are apparently redacted now. It's the Russos are saying it's
we'll
not
get
theirs,
to that again.
but
Yeah, we'll get to that again as well.
it's like what can they do about that? Like, it's everywhere now, so they can't just go everywhere and take it all down. It's like,
No.
well, it's out there. We have to deal with it now.
Exactly. Yeah. And what was I going to say? Oh, it's gone.
Oh well.
Oh,
Maybe it'll come back.
hopefully. I was going to say, I literally had it in my head while he was talking, and then as soon as you stopped talking, it just went. It was like, oh. Anyway, so do you think some things Marvel intentionally leak information to gauge the fans' reaction?
Oh, that's a tough one, because you could definitely argue if the Doomsday Secret War leaks are real, that could have been a planted leak to kind of like build the audience's hype for the movies, because there is a decline in, I guess, loyalty to the MCU with the quality of content they've put out lately. And they kind of want to get the audience back for these two major Avengers movies that they will need the money coming in for.
Oh, yeah, massively.
The budgets on those movies are going to be insane. And I don't, other than that one, I can't think of, like, in recent memory, if they would have like actually leaked something themselves to generate excitement. Because first of all, you have to be very selective on what you choose to leak. If it's something major, then everyone loses their minds, and then whatever it is, the effect doesn't land in the theater. If you do something too tiny, people maybe won't care enough about it. You need to
just overpass it and overlook it.
Yeah, you need to get that middle ground in, like, oh shit, like this thing, but also like it doesn't say much about what's happening. So it all comes down to what they, I guess, choose to do and what they think is worthy of putting out before the movie comes out. Like, there's a difference between putting a spoiler in a trailer and then just putting the spoiler on its own.
Yeah.
So yeah, it all comes down to what they think is best. Like, I don't see them doing it again for Doomsday or Secret Wars.
No,
it's got to be official from here on out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a tough question though.
But like I said, again, with that sort of question, that's what made me think of these, like, are the leaks, are they not leaks now? Like,
Yeah.
that's the only sort of reason I could think of well, why would you pull all that out anyway now, like, if not to, oh, well, it's not our stuff, but actually some of it might be our stuff, and then we're just going to see how it's like and what we're gauging from what people are saying. If the hype's really good, then brilliant.
Yeah.
Because for anything else, I can't really see them. I can't really think of anything they've actually, like, leaked just to gain fans' reaction sort of thing. This is the only sort of one that I can really see them maybe attempting that.
Yeah.
Just to break that little barrier and just go, well, here's a bit, not officially from us, but you never know. It's there sort of thing.
Yeah.
Also, it's come back to me. Similar to what they did at the end of, I think it was the Avengers films, as well as Deadpool as well, I think, where I think the actors or the writers gave out them that note saying, look, go and see the film in cinemas, don't spoil it for others, and, like, let them see it fresh eyes sort of thing, which was quite nice.
You mean like before the movie starts, that kind of thing?
Yeah, like they give out them, like, they didn't really give out, but they put a big note up, didn't they? Like I think it was on the day of the release as well. Now they put it over the internet saying there's a note from the actors.
Oh, those things, yes.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like when you go to the theater and then it's like the director's saying, "Hey, enjoy the movie, don't spoil anything." Like,
yeah, well, that as well now, but yeah. So
now
that
I
as
know
well,
what you're
but then
talking
also,
about.
Yeah, the notes they put online, that's quite nice to, because a lot of people that what I've seen with and stuff like that sort of thing, especially when I go work and stuff like that, and other people have seen the film, I want to see the film, but don't be spoiled. We've got like a very like code of conduct. Is like you see it, but
Yeah.
we're not going to say anything to you, sort of thing. It's very solemn, sort of thing,
Yeah.
and it's nice that they do that sort of stuff as well. And because it still shows that they care about it and they don't want it to be spoiled for others. They like to see it fresh eyes, sort of thing.
Yeah, and that's been something that I don't know if they do for every project, but there
No,
are people that kind of carry that on and make
yeah,
those kinds of things themselves, and then it catches on. But yeah, I think I remember the first time they did that was around Infinity War.
yeah,
That was probably the first major point where they had to do that.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, I completely forgot about those
And
until that
that's what I
clicked
mean.
with me.
It literally just come to me now, and I think talking a lot. Right. So, have any spoilers that you've seen before a film or TV series actually made you more excited for the movie or show?
Um, I don't know because I'm just thinking back in recent memory again, like the Moon Knight costume, they could have gone any way, and I think the direction they took with that one
Yeah,
was perfect. So that
yeah.
one got me really excited for Moon Knight. I want to say there was one around Infinity War. And I think it was the scene when Vision and Wanda are in Scotland and they're ambushed by Corvus Glaive and Proxima Midnight. And there's the frame of Vision on the ground and Corvus Glaive's like blade in
Oh,
his forehead getting
yeah,
the stone out. I think that was leaked before the movie, and I think I came across that and was like, oh shit, Vision's dead. Like, that's gonna happen.
oh,
So that kind of, I think, gave me a sense of what the stakes were for Infinity War. Like,
mm,
these, like, Thanos and the Black Order are not messing around. Like,
mm.
people are going to die. And I didn't know until seeing it what the extent to that was.
Right, yeah,
Um, but yeah, little things like that, like screenshots or images that leak before, whether it's like a costume reveal or like a frame to kind of generate some kind of suspense. I think those give me excitement, but I can't specifically say other than Moon Knight or Infinity War, like others that would have made me more excited. Like
mm,
Endgame, we kind of knew what it was going to be.
yeah,
No Way Home, we had an idea of what it was going to be after the trailers came out.
yeah,
Um, Again, Doomsday Secret Wars, if those are real, that really generated my excitement. But again, we have to see some kind of um, legit kind of things from them. Like from Marvel Studios' official like social media
yeah,
platforms, we need to see things from them
yeah,
officially to actually get a sense of what's happening, because yes, those leaks are cool, but if they're fake, then it's like, okay, it's excitement for nothing.
yeah. Well, like you said, there's only two that I can really remember that really like made me really anticipate that. Now. One was some of the stuff from Spider-Man No Way Home and that lot. Like you had all the things about, oh well, there's going to be the three Spider-Man together. Then you had people
Yeah.
saying they weren't, and you didn't know which one to believe and that lot sort of thing. But you sort of held out hope, and then you saw the Brazil trailer and that lot where
Yeah,
King
the
is getting
kick.
punched out.
Yeah, the kick that didn't actually happen in it.
Yeah,
That was weird.
yeah. I was like that sort of built my anticipation. I like you sort of knew there was going to come, but you didn't really know that if they were going to really go that far and that lot, which built my anticipation up. But like I say, nothing recent, not unless it's been from an official trailer, I can really think of that's really boosting my anticipation up for anything. Really, to be honest. Uh, Why do you think so many so-called insiders spread false information about the MCU?
Because they want clicks. That's really it. They want attention. They're attention seeking. I'm trying to put this as nice as possible. Attention seeking dicks
Yeah,
that want to feel important,
yeah, yeah,
and they want to feel like they're contributing to something when in reality they're just douchebags. Like false information, I know it's really hard to avoid nowadays,
yeah,
But just some of the things they put it, like, I saw one the other day that was Ghost Rider is going to be in Doomsday, Secret Wars, Midnight Suns, Blade, Moon Knight Season 2. Like, he's going to be in everything. And I was like, there's not even any kind of close announcement to Ghost Rider being in anything. Like, how do you know all this? It's just bullshit. And there's so much of it. And even, like, castings, too. Like, there's I think it was around when Deadpool and Wolverine came out, because there was the rumor that Henry Cavill was circling around Marvel Studios, and everyone was like, he's playing Hyperion. No, he's Sentry. No, he's Superman in Deadpool and Wolverine. It's like, just, can we actually wait to see what's official and see it, and then you can put out the real information? Like, the only reason they're doing it is just for clicks. That's all it is.
Well, the one that always grabs me for this is the question for it is like when they said, I can't remember what one it was now, but it said like, Kingpin's going to be the main villain in Spider-Man 4, and Vincent D'Onofrio was like, it's news to me.
Yeah.
Nobody's told me ain't that lot.
Yeah.
It's like, why you're going to put this crap out there, and then you're going to get called out by the actors or by the directors or the actresses or anything like that? So what is the point?
Yeah.
You're not gaining anything, and then you get that sort of stuff getting shot back at you, and then surely you're going to feel like an absolute tit making this crap up, and then they're like, well, surely that's going to be your credibility. If you even had any credibility before it,
they don't.
That's your exactly. That is your credibility gone.
Yeah.
Absolutely shot out the window. I was like, what is the point?
And there's like 3 or 4 like scoopers, leakers, whatever you want to call them, that always get credited by those fake accounts, like Daniel RPK or My Time to Shine Hello. Like, they always get a credit when they didn't say anything to begin with. And there's like 3 or 4, including those 2, that are constantly putting out rumors. And some of them have been proven to have a consistent track record. But 2, I definitely want to say 2 of them, maybe 3 of them, are just like, you can't trust them. And
just saying stuff for the sake of it, sort of thing, isn't it?
And the whole thing with Brave New World and all the leaks surrounding that, and Marvel having to sue one of those accounts, I already said the name, I'm not going to say who it is, but they sued them, and they were like, you need to take everything down that you've posted. You're not going to do this again. And it's like, when it gets out of hand to that point, and the studio is suing you for spewing out real leaks and bullshit, it's like, maybe actually think about what you're doing for a second.
Exactly. Surely you've pushed somebody that far that they're just going to go, we'll just shut it down straight away then.
Yeah.
What is the point? Just don't do it. Stop being a tit.
Yeah.
Right, well, I probably know what this answer is going to be, to be honest now, but have you actually fallen for any scoops that turned out to... have you ever fallen for a fake scoop that's turned out to be completely wrong in the first place?
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. So, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Oh, okay.
There was a screenshot of Doctor Doom in a lab, and there was the whole rumor that he was the one behind the whole vibranium extraction in the ocean at the beginning.
Oh, I did not know this.
It would have been the perfect opportunity to do it. And in the trailers, they don't really show much of that. They just show there's a giant boat, there's all this like aquatic equipment, and they're diving to get this vibranium. And after seeing that leaked image of Doctor Doom, I was like, oh shit, they're doing it. Latveria is coming after vibranium. And that would have been the perfect opportunity to introduce him if they knew he was going to be the villain for Secret Wars and the end of the multiverse saga. So yeah, they could have had him in there from that point, because that was, I want to say end of phase 4, beginning of phase 5. I think it was end of phase 4.
Yeah.
So that would have been the perfect opportunity for them to bring him in. And I remember the car ride going to the theater. I saw it with my dad and my brother, and I said, if he appears, I'm going to stand up. I'm going to lose my shit.
Vindication!
And I even wore a Doctor Doom t-shirt seeing the movie too. Yeah.
Oh.
So I was like all in on that. I was like, hell yeah, Doom is in Black Panther 2. Let's do this. And no, didn't happen.
I kind of touch wood at the moment. I think I can honestly say I don't think I've ever fallen for anything fake yet. But I will caveat that I've seen too many rumours or too many things saying we're going to get Hulk's Mysterio, like the really smart old
Maestro, yeah.
Maestro. I've seen too many people saying we're getting that Hulk.
Yeah, there's a
Hydra
ton of that.
Captain America.
Yep.
It was like an evil Thor, I think.
I haven't seen that one,
no. Black Widow, evil Black Widow in that lot. And obviously Doctor Doom in that lot. If them... I'm trying not to believe them, but they just seem a bit too on the nose, sort of like they could actually happen. I'm praying it's not, because I don't think it'd probably work out very well. Apart from maybe the Captain America Hydra, the others I don't think really work very well. But I'm trying not to believe it, but I'm getting swayed too much. So that might be my first to really push me over the edge and then go, oh well, that's all the crap anyway.
Yeah, there's just so many rumors surrounding that plot, like what Doom is doing. Like, will he have an evil Avengers team with him?
Yeah.
Is he trying to manipulate our Avengers into joining him? Is he just on his own? Like, there's so much speculation on what it is, and then there's people creating fan art of it too, like, oh, this is a leaked frame from the movie. They haven't even started shooting yet, so that's impossible.
What was the other one I saw the other day in that lot? I think it was like I've seen a post like Henry Cavill, Hugh Jackman, Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds, Gambit, what's his name that plays Channing Tatum,
Yeah.
and X-23, or they're all going to be in Secret Wars and Avengers Doomsday and that sort of thing. I'm like, I don't know. Is that right? Is that wrong?
Maybe 3 out of the 5 would. Yeah, like, I can see X-23. Hugh Jackman's got to be in there. Deadpool's got to be in there. I don't think we're seeing Gambit again, even though they kind of teased it.
Yeah, I can't really see you've seen Henry Cavill as well.
No, that was a one and done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, dear. Right. Have fake spoilers hurt the MCU's reputation and fan expectation for you?
I want to bring you back to, I want to say January of 2021 when WandaVision was out. And every single damn week there was Mephisto is coming.
Yeah.
Mephisto is in the next episode. Mephisto is in the next episode. Mephisto is... No, he's not. He's... Just shut up. And I have to admit, I was guilty of thinking that at the time, because they certainly built it up that it could have been.
Well, look how many pictures there was on the bleeding walls and the glasses and stuff like that. It's like...
And then...
Stop it.
Even, WandaVision was a crazy one, because they were like... was it Monica Rambeau was like, I need to introduce you to this astrophysicist. They've got all the answers, and everyone's like, oh, it's Reed Richards. Yeah. It's just some random person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then Evan Peters coming back as Quicksilver. Everyone's like, oh, the X-Men universe is canon now. I wonder if Michael Fassbender is going to come in as Magneto in the series 2 and be Wanda's dad. Didn't happen. And then they ended up making him Ralph Boner. So it wasn't even an official like crossover. It was just it was a tease is all it was.
It's a coincidental. Like, this actor is actually looks similar to one, but he's actually named something else. I totally forgot about bleeding WandaVision doing all that.
So I know a lot of people hold it in high regard, but I think a lot of those rumors really hurt that project.
Yeah.
Especially the Mephisto ones, because that was a week after week. Just he's on his way, that kind of thing. So there are certain times where there are rumors or people are just saying random things that they think will happen. And to be fair, they kind of set it up that it could happen. And then when it doesn't, everyone just trashes whatever the project is. So in a way, they're kind of asking for it.
Yeah.
But in another way, it's like the fans just need to sit back and realize what the story actually is, what they're trying to do, and accept what they've done, move on from it, and not like keep coming back to it like, oh, they didn't fulfill this thing or this thing. It's like, just deal with what they did and move on.
Yeah. That's another thing as well, that they did the similar sort of thing in, I know you didn't, I think you watched like 2 or 3 episodes of it, but Agatha All Along. They did the similar sort of stuff, because that was like, Wanda's going to come at the end of that lot. You're going to get you're going to get
Speed.
Oh, it's Speed, yeah. You can get Speed at the end of that lot, and it's going to build all up to that, and you've seen all these little hints, and then...
Well, they even name-dropped Mephisto, too.
Yeah.
And he didn't show up at all.
Yeah,
it's like...
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they've got to learn to... If you're going to do something like that, you need to go through it with it all and actually fulfill it, not piss around and just do stupid shit for the hell of it, sort of thing. Because it's going to please the fans. Yeah, it's going to please the fans, but it's going to piss them off even more when you hint all these things and don't actually fulfill it in that lot. It's just... Alright, so my final question is, do you think scoopers should be held accountable when they're consistently wrong? I know you've touched on this briefly.
When they're wrong? I don't know. It's just... I would like to see a lot less of it. I know that's not going to happen. Like, there's going to be even more of them because people see that and they're like, oh, I could do this too. I could get attention online. And there's just going to be a constant growth of those accounts. If they do leak something that ends up being true, then I think you could hold them accountable. Like what Marvel Studios did when they sued that leaker because they leaked official stuff. That's when they could step in. But if they're just saying bullshit, then it's like the studio's like, it doesn't impact us. It's wrong. So we can't really do anything about it. It's just, there's always going to be the fans that believe it and then the ones that trash on it. And then it starts a war online of, no, it's true. No, it's not. It's true. No, it's not. Like, it's just a back and forth. And
like
it's never going to stop.
Sort of stuff.
Yeah.
For me, I'd like more like Vincent D'Onofrio did, or some of the Russo's brother did that. I'd like for like directors and actors and stuff like that, literally just to call them out on it. To be honest, I'd love to see that more often. Like you're gonna like post all this stuff saying, "Oh, somebody's in this or somebody's in that," sort of thing. Just call them out and say, "You know, you're talking shit," because I think that'd do more damage to the people posting it than just ignoring it and like having that little bickering war and that sort of thing. And it's just like, if you call them out on it and just shut them down and just shoot them out straight away like that, not many people are going to believe them then, sort of thing. Surely an actor or a director or an actress or a screenwriter or something like that, if they're shooting you down straight away, calling you out on your bullshit, then surely that's just going to make them, their account, their whatever they've got, just drop dead, sort of thing, and just end it there, sort of thing.
Yeah, and James Gunn is really good at doing that. Like, any kind of rumor online, James Gunn is on there like, nope, not true, don't believe it. And random people ask him questions about rumors too, and he shuts them all down and stuff like that. Like, he's really good at doing that. It's just, I don't know how much he can keep up with what's being on online. Like, obviously he's on the DC side now, so he's dealing with a ton of rumors surrounding that new universe that he's building, but he's one of the examples of someone that as soon as a rumor is online, he's like, nope, I gotta make sure this is shut down immediately. Like, he's really good at doing that. And I don't know if it's because Feige doesn't want to have an online presence and be like that, but if he did do that, I think the internet would be a much more peaceful place, especially in the Marvel realm of the internet, because there's like, it's every day, it's every second of every day there's something, and it's like, no, it's not right. Just stop believing it.
I'm glad you just said something like that, because again, I'm you're my Marvel Messiah. I'll just tell you that now, Ella, because I thought I knew stuff that you just wiped the floor with me. But at work, they all think I'm the Marvel Messiah. And I had one of the lads message me today with this somebody else's like information that's supposed to be happening. We've got
Okay.
Doom will kill Peter 1 because he is the anchor being for the MCU. But he will be revived by the Venom symbiote and will have to recruit heroes from the other universes to face Doom in Avengers Secret Wars after Doom enslaves all of the MCU. I've had to tell this lad at work, because look, don't believe that. That is utter crap. It's not going to happen. And then I had a whole discussion with him about other things that's happening and stuff like that sort of thing. But again, it's false stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's got him hooked, thinking, "Oh yeah, that sounds brilliant, sounds like that. That could be real and stuff like that." I'm like, no.
And Venom 3 really threw in a monkey wrench with Null. Everything was like, oh, Null's going to be in Doomsday. He's going to be competing with Doom for the multiverse. And Spider-Man 4 is going to be Null versus Peter and Venom. And it's like, just stop.
Stop it.
Just stop.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Just pack it in. Just please. Just be nice.
And it's never going to stop. That's the unfortunate thing. We just have to disregard it anytime we see it and wait for the actual official stuff to come out, because I think next week or the week after is CinemaCon. I forget where it is. I think it's Brazil, but Sony is going to have a panel there, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Jesus. What?
And there's a rumor again that they're going to fully announce what Spider-Man 4 is, since it's starting production this summer. So we'll see.
Jesus, bro. Well, anyway, that's all my questions. Have you got any other questions you want to add on to it? Or?
Questions? No, just I had a list of these 4 projects in recent memory that had major leaks that kind of, I guess, changed how I saw the project. So Infinity War, I remember it was, I want to say it came out in April, the end of April, and I think I was on March break for school. And I remember I was sitting on the couch, TV was on, I was on my phone, I was scrolling, and out of nowhere, there's a 5-minute clip from Infinity War when, I think it's when the Guardians are on Nowhere and they're sneaking up on Thanos.
Oh, right.
And then Thanos stops them and he turns Drax into blocks and Mantis into ribbons, and I saw that. And then there was a clip of, it was the aftermath of the fight when Steve shows up in Scotland to save Wanda and Vision with Falcon and Black Widow. And he's holding the spear and it flies back up because the ship took it away.
Mm.
And then them on the Quinjet after.
Oh, right.
I remember seeing that and I was like, okay, this is, no, I'm done with this. Thankfully, I think that was the majority of what I saw for Infinity War. For Endgame,
take your pick, really.
I didn't find anything online, but the build-up for that movie had everyone talking about it. And I remember the day before seeing it at school, at lunch, I'm sitting at the table in front of me is talking about the movie because they looked up leaks. And they're like, oh my God, Black Widow died. And I was like, oh, come on. And then as I walk by, because I'm leaving the cafeteria, they also say, did you see the clip where Iron Man died too? And I was like, are you kidding me right now?
Oh, hang on, what for that was for Spider-Man No Way Home or in Endgame?
What do you mean?
Oh, no, when you said it, what did you say the film you was going to see, or the stuff was? Did you say that was for Spider-Man No Way Home?
This is Endgame.
Oh, I'm going to say,
Yeah.
I thought you said Spider-Man No Way Home. You heard things like that. I was like, surely you must have known that was all bollocks then. Surely.
No, this was the peak, I think, of spoilers. I think so. And then my next one, No Way Home, seeing all the photos just come out, and obviously the big one was Andrew Garfield in front of the blue screen, and anytime he did an interview, he was asked about it, and he was like, nope, it's fake, Photoshop, it's not real. And then, of course, it was real. So that was everywhere because everyone was showing him that picture. And then the set pictures and all that. And the Brave New World leaks more recently were massive. Like Team Island, Adamantium, Red Hulk, the leader. It was so much. And I don't know if that really affected how I saw the movie because I thought it was fine. It wasn't great in any way. It didn't surprise me in any way because I think it was the leaks and just the trailers.
Yeah.
Obviously show Red Hulk, so there's like that is the shocking moment of the climax, but it's not shocking.
Yeah.
So those 4 projects in recent memory were big ones that kind of what I saw online really changed how I saw them. And
Okay.
Infinity War and Endgame, like those are 2 massive movies that I still love watching.
Oh yeah.
The first time seeing it though, you remember the certain things you see online and you're like, oh, that thing was true.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. So those are the 4 ones that come to mind.
Well, nice. I enjoyed that discussion. It was really interesting. That was that lot. Quite a nice, meaty one to get involved with that lot. If anybody has any things they want to add to it, just say them down in the comment section below in that lot and let us know about what you think about leaks and fake accounts and spoilers and all that jimmy jam and that lot. So down in the comments.
Yeah. So I guess that's our main segment. We've got another blind ranking today on Punisher characters, kind of keeping it in theme with Daredevil Born Again with the Punisher's return in the MCU. So, I think we'll move to that now.
Yep.
So, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'm trying to think. Who went first last time?
I gave you my list, I think.
Right, so I'll give you my list now this time. See how you get on with it sort of thing. So, my first one, again, all mixture from films, comics, and TV series and that lot.
Okay.
So, my first one is Frank Castle Jr. from the comics.
I mean, he dies. There's not much else than that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hold on, I'm just going to make the list here so I can visualize what I'm working with. So, this is out of 10?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to put Frank Jr. at, I don't know, like 10. Well, we'll go 10 because I honestly
definitely went straight 10 now. Okay.
I don't know what else you could put lower than that.
That is true. That is true. So your next one is Howard Saint, played by John Travolta.
I'll put him at 9 because I honestly don't remember that one.
Do you know a fun fact? That Howard Saint character was specifically designed just for the film. He's not appeared in any other comic book series
I was going to say, he doesn't ring a bell anywhere else.
No. Why they used just a random character just to make it for the film, I do not know. It just seems pointless to me for them to do that, but that was Marvel back in the day, kids, so yeah.
Yep, that was back on the heels of their bankruptcy too, so
just
trying to get their footing.
Yeah, just try anything just to help go along.
Yeah.
So next one we have is Jigsaw from the comics.
Okay, he's a big one. And I'm just going to make this clear. I'm not super familiar with all of the Punisher's characters, so a lot of these I may not know. But I'll put Jigsaw at, I'm thinking 3 or 4. I'll go 3.
Good pick. I'm glad you put him there now because Jigsaw is a heavy hitter for
He's
for
the
Punisher.
villain, yeah.
Now this is a bit more of a fan favourite for me. This is now. So we've got the Russian, played by Kevin Nash in the original film.
Again, I think I'll go 7.
Oh, he done him dirty there, bless him.
I mean, he's not much. He's just a big guy.
I think with that as well, though, he was because back in the day, that's probably the very first sort of. I liked Hollywood Hogan, even though now he's a complete nutter, so and so. But he was one of the favourite wrestlers back in the day, and seeing him in a film because I was never bothered about The Rock. The Rock's just been But seeing Kevin Nash in the film that links it with my Punishers, and I was just over the moon. I was all buzzing. So the next one we have is the Punisher, Frank Castle, played by Ray Stevenson in Punisher Warzone.
Okay. I don't think I've seen the movie. I've seen a lot of clips. What I have seen, he has the, I guess, feeling of the Punisher. But I don't know, John Bernthal is the top Punisher. Like, he has to
he's
be.
the one.
So I think I'll put Ray at 5.
Okay, that's fair enough, Lalo. Fun fact, I couldn't stand this film. This Punisher one was terrible for me.
Well, I know it's just continuous violence is all it is. There's no story to it. It's just him shooting people and blowing people up the whole time.
Yeah, pretty much.
From what I can understand, yeah.
It was not good at all. And I like Ray Stevenson, actor-wise, phenomenal. He's a brilliant actor.
He's a great actor, yeah.
Yeah, but as the Punisher, just does not fit him. Just did not fit him at all, and that sort of thing. And for me, it's because John Bernthal, I can never remember his name, that played the Punisher in the 2000s one.
Thomas Jane.
That's him. Yeah. Him, brilliant. He played the Punisher perfectly. I didn't think anybody would be able to play the Punisher as good as him. And then John's just come along that lot and just smashed it that lot.
Yeah.
Right, next, another one we'll be very surprised, you might see this, is Micro, played by Eben Moss Bench.
Backrush?
Yeah, that's the one. In the Punisher TV series, yeah.
He was good. I think I'll put him at 4.
Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Good pick there. Good pick. Right. So all the rest of these ones, I don't mind telling you now, all the rest of these ones are, what's it called? Comic book ones these are now.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've got Lieutenant Martin Soap from the comics.
8.
Yeah. Fun fact, in the comics, he turns into a porn star. So, yeah.
Okay. I did not know that.
Yeah, he throws his whole police thing away and just, goes off on one. So, yeah, he loses it a bit, bless him. This one, again from the comics, but she plays a dominant role in I don't know if you ever played it, the Punisher game in the 2000s on the PS2. Brilliant game. Marginuccia.
What?
Marginuccia.
I have to go 6 with that one. I honestly don't know who that is.
She is like one of the big mob bosses sort of thing that's made Punisher's like a living hell sort of thing. And in the comic, she actually gets chopped up and all she's left is a torso and a head by the Punisher.
Okay.
So, yeah. doing what he knows best. Bless him.
I'm kind of afraid what my 1 and 2 are going to be now.
Right, so your next one, again from the comics, is Barracuda.
I don't know who to expect after this, so I don't know. I'll put him at 2.
That is a good pick. You have saved your arse big time there, I got to admit. Barracuda is basically another, not one and done villain, but he's just a here and there villain. He's nothing special, that sort of thing. Now, you've really pulled that one out of the bag here, that long. The last one, your number 1, which I think you'll be very surprised, but very happy about at least, is the Kingpin from the comics.
Yeah. That is a good number 1. Now,
yeah, you pulled it out of the bag there, you did.
So, just looking at this, the Punisher really does not have great supporting characters.
Not of his own, anyway. A lot of these characters are very much in the wider Marvel
I was just going to say,
anyway.
A lot of his great supporting characters are Daredevil supporting characters. So they kind of share the same rogues gallery, especially with Kingpin and like some of the gangster people. But There's really like not that many memorable characters in his circle. It's all Daredevil people.
And I say, if it, unless like with me as well, a lot of the games and like comics and stuff like that sort of thing, like Marjanusha and the Russian and Micro as well. Like them ones are very prominent ones for me because a lot of stories like just singling with Frank have a big impact with these characters and that lot. So if you're not in the weeds with the Punisher, you wouldn't recognise some of them other ones that lot. So,
Yeah.
but no, I could definitely understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. I haven't really read too many Punisher comics either, so I'm not super familiar with his character outside of John Bernthal's portrayals. So, yeah, a lot of these I was like, okay, I'm just going to go with this spot because I honestly don't know.
Oh, bless you. Okay. Now, I'm really interested to see what you come up with me then for now, to be honest.
Yeah, did you want to recap my list before I
Oh,
give you
yeah.
yours?
I totally forgot about that. I was too busy geeking away. So, all right. So, your number one is the Kingpin from the comics. We have Barracuda from the comics. We have Jigsaw from the comics. We have number 4 as Micro, Evan Moss. That last name.
Backrack.
Never say it properly. That's it. That's the one. Number 5 is the Punisher, Ray Stevenson's. God bless him. Number 6, Marjanucci. Brilliant mob boss. Number 7, Kevin Nash as the Russian. And number 8, Lieutenant Martin Soap, the naughty man now. Number 9, Howard Saint, John Travolta just going off on one. And number 10, which I'm probably glad you've probably put him here, is Frank Castle Jr.
I mean, there's not much else you can really do with him. He's dead, like, for everything.
First issue, just done. First 10 minutes of the film, done. First series, done.
Yeah, so, yeah. I think that's an okay list.
Interesting list, to say the least. They are.
Okay, so all of mine are comic-based.
Okay.
So my first pick for you is Microchip.
I quite like him as a little help for Punisher. I'll go 4 for Microchip.
4, okay. Your next one is Jigsaw.
Oh, Jigsaw's got to be big, and it's got to be 2.
Okay. I think this will be an easy one for you. The next one is the Russian.
Oh, number 3. 3 all day
long. But
long.
he's not Kevin Nash.
No, I don't care. It's still Russian. Still my boy. No, I don't mind that lot.
Tarantula.
Again, not a brilliant sort of villain for him. Oh. I'm going to go 8.
Okay. Your next one is Batroc.
Oh, that's a tough one. That is an interesting one to pull out. Oh, I'm going to go... I got 6 of them.
6 is open.
Yeah, 6.
Okay. So
I should have written mine down. I didn't forget that. So what numbers have you got left?
You've got 1, 5, 7, 9, and 10.
1, 5, 7, 9, 10. Okay.
So I'm very curious to see where you're going to put the next 3. Oh, Christ. Actually...
1, 5, 7, 9, 10. Right.
Yeah, so next one is Daredevil.
Oh, Jesus, wept. Shit. Oh, no. No. Oh, God. Oh, 5. Ooh.
I thought you were going to go 1. And
I
was
really tempted, but no.
Okay, no. Your next one is the man himself, the Punisher.
Oh, 1 all day long. That's my boy. He's my second boy to cap. He's the yin to his yang.
Right. Your next one is Bullseye.
Oh, he's a good villain. 7. It's got to be 7.
Okay. Your next one is Blacksmith.
10.
All right. And your final one is Kingpin at number 9.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that's bad. Oh, I've done him dirty there. I've done Bullseye dirty as well, to be honest. Oh.
All right. So your list.
Oh, that was horrible. That was absolutely horrible.
Number 1, the Punisher. Number 2, Jigsaw. Number 3, the Russian. Number 4, Microchip. Number 5, Daredevil. Number 6, Batroc. Number 7, Bullseye. Number 8, Tarantula. Number 9, Kingpin. And number 10, Blacksmith.
Batroc and Myco should have been lower to boost up Kingpin and probably even Daredevil as well. To be honest, that was horrible. That was a nasty pick. I'm glad I don't mind my top 3 though. Punisher, Jigsaw, and the Russian. I'm quite happy with that top 3. That's like my fan favorite sort of top 3 for the Punisher guys. I don't mind that at all. Just say all it needed is Marginucci and a little torso and head. That's all it needed in there, and I'll be happy with that.
Now, there was a part of me that when I got to, what did I have? Daredevil. I thought for a second we were going to put him at number 1 because in my last list with the Daredevil characters, I didn't mention Daredevil on purpose.
Yeah.
In this one, I honestly couldn't think of any more Punisher characters, so I had to put Punisher in.
That'd have killed me.
I should have made him. I should have made him the last pick.
Yeah, you should have put him at the bottom, like I did with Kingpin. You should have had him at the bottom.
Yeah,
because that'd have murdered me. That done. That'd have absolutely murdered me. That did. Oh, so, yeah. I enjoyed them. They're brilliant. They are.
Yeah, these blind rankings are good. Like the character themed ones are really good.
Yeah. I'm having him specifically around a certain person. Such a good way. I really am. I need to think of some more now because these 2 ones are absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that does it for today's episode. Yeah. So, do you have anything dropping on your channel in the next little bit?
So we've got some more Marvel's Midnight Suns, and then we've got on the Wednesday is the big one for the first Marvel classic reviews that we're doing, and that is the Avengers. I'll be very intrigued to see how people take. I'm going to try and mix things up a bit on that new retro review, and I'll try and spice things up. So I'm hoping that's going down very well. And then obviously Thursday, Daredevil. Next Friday, I'm not decided yet. We're going to talk to Shaney about it because Marvel Mania 2 is coming up soon. So we're flipping it around between 2 different things. But we'll say it's either going to be some more Lego Avengers or it's going to be some more Marvel vs. DC Capcom Fighting Collection. Not Capcom Fighting Collection. Marvel vs. DC My GM mode to get that out of the way before Marvel Mania. But we'll soon see. We'll leave you in suspense until Friday. What about yourself?
Other than, I guess, my Daredevil episode reviews every Wednesday, that's pretty much the upcoming stuff I have planned. Oh, recently in the last episode, I talked about a video on Bullseye, so that is out. You can check that out, just covering his, I guess, origin in Daredevil Season 3 and his motives in Daredevil Born Again. I put one out today on my thoughts of X-Men 97 because I rewatched the entire series, and it's still up there.
Still holds up.
Yeah, so you can go check that out. And I'm developing a video focused on Magneto from X-Men 97. Ooh. So that probably will be out the week this comes out. Like, this will be out the Monday, so it will probably be out by the end of the week.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, that's really all I've got planned right now. So yeah,
nice.
It's just keeping up on Daredevil too. So
massive. Yeah. Episode 5 and 6 this week.
Yeah, it's a doubleheader one this week. So it's a shorter one. Episode 5 is like 30 minutes, I think.
Don't even be starting on time.
Episode 6 is around 45, I think. So whatever they're doing, it has to be big enough that they have to release them both together.
Mm-hmm.
And with the end of the last episode, I can assume some crazy things are going to happen in the next 2. So I'm very curious to see what that's going to end up being.
Yeah, massively. Tell me about it.
So yeah, I think that'll do it for today's episode. So if you have not already, make sure to subscribe to my channel, Thwip Media, subscribe to Dwayne's channel, Marvel Mad, subscribe to the Project Assemble YouTube channel, and join the Project Assemble Discord server. Everything's linked below, so you can join it all down there, and we will see you in the next episode.
See you in a bit, guys.